Yeah, listen, feet carry me, I can feel that you're weak. And when defeat is scaring me and everything's bleak, I've been programmed since I was young to think I'm dust and get swept. So I'll just be like dust in the wind, that's me in my own way again, see? It seems to me it's time to lay it down and let it all go gently. The glass was full, I used to view it as empty. Always trying to be something instead of being. I bet we would have an easier go if we just surrender what's tempted. The slack mind state seems to come and get me. And when I say this, I bet most people get me, and that's thinking we can finally exist after we pull off the plan. But what's key is to exist and expand. To become who you are, it should be the first place you land. So let's do this, embody all that I am. Ring the bells, shake the timekeeper's hand. Collectively, we've been collected, and man, this collection is grand. God's coming back, so is man. The light hits the world, the day's begun, and I'm glad. Today I think I'll claim it, and so it's been had. Because whether you do or you don't choose, you've chose what you have. Ain't nobody allowed inside if they're gonna ruin the bed. This bed is how I've made it, and such is life in the end. Well said, I've unbound what binds me again. Duality is what is which one instead, and I hope it makes sense when I say whichever is right or wrong, evolve from that way. A direction we're pointed to and told you can't stay. You don't belong on the fence, they'll scold you and say what you believe isn't right, and I think we're wrong because I just remind you all of how all this dismay sort of spawns, where your own response is running off the enclave of who to make pay. We fight ourselves, but people don't see it that way. In fact, most people only see what they saw, which can play on their minds. But I'll say this real calm, but exclaim, everybody just relax, it can all be okay. Stop the impulsive reaction, for which I think fear is to blame. And my whole point is that's the voice that led us astray, but you can find your way back, and that's really all I'm trying to say. You're a walking legend, and a legend story tends to stay. You're right where you need to be, wake up, it's time to play. To the person who feels alone, I get it, or like this place is rigged against them, or that you're rejected, I say remember this lesson, that to adjust to a sick society's no progression, and to stick out from that society without any effort to meet would actually be something better to measure. Come on, ask yourself, if you knew you'd be coming back, would safety always be at the front of your mind? Safety, I'd argue, stems from the fear that's inside, or would you rather see this tree for what it is and climb high? Ask yourself, why are you so afraid to fly? Because time does, you see it go by, now by the end of it, you'll know this ain't bye. It's more like high, and I said climb, similar to a vine. And maybe that's why enlightenment is divine, associated with light, which you'll need to fight. Because in the shadows, a vine can't reach any heights. So if they don't want you to grow, what they gonna do? They'll probably turn off the light, but let me tell you what they won't. They're losing this fight. You can only hide from yourself for so long before it all comes to light. Ain't that a saying? And where there's darkness, there's fright. But I don't gotta say it, this ain't your first night. You have insight. I hope you wake up in your dreams and see the truth and love life. This ain't a song, it's a prayer, it's your right. I just think you ought to know, you're all larger than life, and life is grand, so what we are is alike. Can't rebuke it, in evolution, the revolution, dissolving illusions. The fight has just begun, but it's not a fight to be won between. It's all in the psyche, we ignite and burn the weeds so that we can see what's long after exceeds us. Time to embody what we need, and what we need's us. And remember, united we stand, divided we fall. Ain't that what they preach us? This the realest shit I ever wrote. Praise Jesus, amen. I pray that love frees us. P.S. You can do it because you're a conduit. Let's go. Keep telling yourself you're not special. It's comical the lengths you can go just to beat yourself down, but that's over now, so the tempo is changing, and I wanna help you arrange it. The secret is there's no secret. If you want the date, then you claim it. Just remember we're family, and everybody loves Raymond, and that family matters like the Winslow, so that will all be okay then. Don't you mistake it. We all are the legend and make it. And to think otherwise is a lie that you're chasing. Those betraying thoughts, you erase them. You're amazing, I said it, amazing. Why you won't embody this truth is the battle you're facing. You can change it, you know, it's funny. Maybe I'm not even a rapper, and what's been showing here after is the flames of transmutation through a craft burned. I made it because I don't want these energies captured, and so maybe art is alchemy, and I've alchemized my disaster, which really is just a bit of introspective chatter. Checks out, let it out. Dissecting myself for science, so maybe you might feel gathered, because once I broke myself apart, I saw what matters. Maybe you could take a peek and see how it shatters. Perspective is a window and the truth is a stone. In this way, maybe you can say I throw rocks at glass homes. I feel something deep in my bones. I have more to say, but I think I'll leave it alone. I just hope you find your hope and find your way back home. Let's go.